Hey guys, what's going on? James here. I just got off of work, and in this video we're going to be talking about how the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have released former first round draft pick Vernon Hargreaves. So guys, without further ado, let's talk about it. So, I know people are going to say, oh, we expected this move. And yes, this move would not have been that surprising if it had happened at the end of the season. The fact that it happened pretty much right smack dab middle in the season is pretty surprising to me. So, yes, guys, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have released former 2016 first round draft pick Vernon Hargreaves III from the team, and the move that they made to take up his roster spot is that they have actually promoted cornerback Mazzy Wilkins from the practice squad. Just talking about him real quick, he was in training camp and in preseason with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He just recently graduated from USF, so go Bulls, I guess. And he is now on the main roster. He did some really good things in training camp and in preseason for the Buccaneers, to the fact where I initially had him making the 53-man roster. He didn't make the initial 53, but he is on it now at the expense of Vernon Hargreaves III, which, again, I know people are going to say, well, we expected this. But, again, I did not expect this move to happen in the middle of this season. I talked about it in my Future of the Secondary video. I said that, I did not expect Hargreaves to be on the team next season, but I thought they were going to release him after the season was done. No, is not the case. Bruce Arians had been very critical of Vernon Hargreaves this year. Last week, obviously, the big, talk was that Vernon Hargreaves was benched, and then the comment that Bruce Arians gave about that benching was he simply just didn't have enough hustle on certain plays in the game. And then going back as far as during OTAs and training camp and whatnot, Vernon Hargreaves was held out of a practice. They asked Bruce Arians why, and Bruce Arians said that he just wasn't really checked in mentally into being into practice, essentially. He said that, Hargreaves was not checked in mentally for football. So that's two instances where Bruce Arians questioned Vernon Hargreaves' drive and his, desire to play Buccaneer football. So, two instances, Bruce Arians, he had enough. He released Vernon Hargreaves today. Vernon Hargreaves finishes his career with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with 35 games played, 33 games started, only 2 interceptions, 19 passes defended, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, 164 tackles, and 4 tackles for losses. Guys, that's not good stats. And I will, admit a lot here right now is I was wrong about Vernon Hargreaves. Okay, I was a big Vernon Hargreaves defender for a couple of years now. I thought that he was going to bounce back from his injuries. I thought that he was going to do some good things, and nothing materialized, unfortunately. Nothing came to be. He just didn't, he never caught on in terms of being a good cornerback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He can still be a good cornerback in the future for another team. We'll obviously have to keep an eye on what happens with him in that scenario. But yes, guys, I will admit, I was horribly wrong about Vernon Hargreaves. I apologize. Dropped the ball on that one. My bad. But, it is what it is. Again, I do apologize for that. Vernon Hargreaves is now gone, and in terms of the 2016 draft class, I was, again, kind of wrong on that as well, because taking a look now at the 2016 draft class, oh boy, it does not look good. 3.5 years after these guys were drafted, all but one of them is gone. Okay, let's go through the list. Vernon Hargreaves III, he was just released today. Noah Spence was released earlier this year. Roberto Aguayo was released, I believe, 2 years ago. Ryan Smith, hey, he's still on the team, but he's basically a special teams player right now. They may play him more at cornerback. We will have to wait and see. But, because, Ryan Smith's still on the team. Caleb Benenoch was released earlier this year. Devontae Bond was released earlier this year. And then finally, Dan Vitale, he was released a couple of years ago as well. So, yeah, of all the people that survived this 2016 draft class, a draft class that had, 1 first-round draft pick, 2 second-round draft picks, a 4th-round draft pick, a 5th, a 6th, and a 7th-round draft pick, the 4th-round cornerback, survives. Ryan Smith survives. He's the sole survivor. If this was a Survivor Series match, which, by the way, is coming up soon, for the WWE, go check it out. I'll be watching. It'll be great. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that Ryan Smith is the sole survivor, and it's weird, right? It's weird because he's basically survived by special teams play alone. It's not because he's been a good cornerback. I remember a couple of years ago, Ryan Smith just had horrible cornerback play, and everybody was like, God, just get rid of him, please. And then he really found his groove as a special teams player, and he was able to stay then. He has tried playing at safety. He has tried playing at cornerback. He's not good at either one of those things right now, but special teams is where he really found his home and found his ability to contribute, and he's the last one. So 3.5 years later, and only one fourth-round draft pick survives from that draft class. That's not good. That is not good at all. You know, you don't expect a general manager to hit on every single draft pick they make, but this one's definitely got to be embarrassing for Jason Light. You know, and I do like Jason Light. I've been a Jason Light defender, but even I can admit, Lord, this ain't a good look for him. Every single draft pick besides Ryan Smith is gone. That is absolutely insane to me. But yeah, guys, you know, with this move happening, what can we expect with the Buccaneers cornerback group right now? Will they sign a veteran? Honestly, they probably won't, given that they just promoted Mazzy Wilkins to the main roster. I expect that the cornerback room is going to stay till the end of the season. You know, Jamel Dean, Carlton Davis, Sean Murphy-Bunting, Ryan Smith, MJ Stewart, and Mazzy Wilkins. That's who I expect these 6 cornerbacks to be for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the remainder of the season. Now, Vernon Hargreaves, he was technically a starting cornerback for the Buccaneers, so who are they going to start now in his place? Bruce Arians alluded to the fact that Jamel Dean is definitely going to be getting more starting opportunities moving forward, which I guess makes sense. Jamel Dean, he didn't have the best game versus the Seattle Seahawks, but he did have some good moments there, and then this most recent game versus the Arizona Cardinals, he was a hero. So, you know, Jamel Dean's getting better every single day, every single week. He's just continuing to improve. Same thing can easily be said with Sean Murphy-Bunting. He just continues to get better and better as time goes on. You know, he's a slot corner. He's really excelling in that role. That's where I think he is going to stay. MJ Stewart, he is going to be more of a depth guy, I think. Maybe he'll be the backup slot cornerback. We're going to have to wait and see for that. Ryan Smith, I honestly expect him to just continue to do special teams. Maybe he'll play more cornerback now, given the circumstances. Maybe they might move him at outside cornerback. I don't know. I personally would not like to see that. I would like to see him stay at special teams. And then Mazzy Wilkins, I'm sure, will just be there as insurance. But the big one for me, Carlton Davis, I mean, is he going to be our number 1 cornerback now? Can I finally, you know, stop saying that Carlton Davis is going to be our future number 1 cornerback? Can I finally say that he is our number 1 cornerback? I think it's time for that, guys. I think it is time for that. He is dealing with a hip injury right now, but when he comes back, he has to be our number 1 cornerback. I mean, pretty much by default, he's been playing good. You know, the coaching staff likes what he does. In my opinion, they really don't blame a lot of the PI penalties that he gets on him. It's more up to the referees being incompetent. So, you know, he's got the support of the coaching staff. He's playing well. Carlton Davis, man, I mean, he could be our number 1 cornerback. I'll be happy with that. But, yeah, guys, that's what I expect from the Buccaneers secondary moving forward here in terms of the cornerback room. I would expect Carlton Davis to probably be the number 1 cornerback. I would expect Jamel Dean to probably be the number 2 cornerback. Sean Murphy-Bunting, he's probably going to play a mixture of in the slot cornerback role when Carlton Davis is back in the lineup. But while he's not, I could see Sean Murphy-Bunting playing outside. MJ Stewart, I expect him playing a little bit in the slot as well. Ryan Smith, maybe he plays outside, maybe he plays in the slot, or maybe he just sticks to special teams. You can just pick your poison there. You know, he is good a special teams player. And then finally, Mazzy Wilkins, I expect him to kind of just be there as insurance. I don't expect him to be active for many games, just kind of be there just in case somebody gets a little dinged up and Mazzy Wilkins has to play for that week. So, guys, that's pretty much it. That's everything I have to talk about in this video. What do you think about the Vernon Hargreaves release relating to the 2016 NFL Draft Class, relating to what he was for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers during his time here, and relating to what this means for the Buccaneers cornerback room moving forward? I want to know, so please let me know what you think about all of this down in the comment section below. And guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you in the next video or in the next live stream, but until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.